Hello everyone, Powerful Saga here, and today we're going to be doing another Reddit read. This story is going to be coming off of the greatest Redditor updates. Its original post is February 24th, 2025. The title to the post is My Daughter's School Says I Can't Walk Her to the Building. Context. My wife works first shift and I work second. It's not ideal, but we make it work. Because of this, 3 or so days a week, I drop my daughter, 6-year-old, off at school. She loves when I drop her off, but every time it's time to get out, she gets so sad and seems like she wants to cry. She has seen other parents from time to time walking their kids up to the school and always talked about how she thought it was cool. So I figured, hey, when I take her to school, I'll park and we'll walk up together. She absolutely loved it. She was smiling and laughing and didn't even look sad. So I decided to do it from then on. It continued every time I dropped her off for maybe 4 weeks now. And today, earlier this afternoon, my wife got a phone call from the school stating that I was violating school policy and I am no longer allowed to walk her up to the front anymore. Weird. Must have some kind of rule. Now, I'm not the kind of dude to go off and cause a scene, and honestly, most of the time when things like this pop up, I just say fuck it and move on. But this one is kind of bugging. I'm not hurting anyone. When we walk up, we're out of the way of traffic and buses. I can't for the life of me think of a legitimate reason why this isn't okay. This is in parentheses. I will admit my understanding and familiarity with school policies is lacking, so I might just not be seeing the full picture. Tomorrow, I'm dropping my daughter off again and debating going inside and firmly figuring out what's the deal. Would I be wrong if I tried to fight this, or should I let it go? I mean, I wouldn't say fight it. I would just want more information before deciding. Because, if it is just, people are intimidated about a man walking up to school, that's not acceptable. But if it's because he wears super short shorts and his balls are hanging out, then yeah, it's not reasonable. Edit, I guess. I'm Reddit stupid and I'm on my phone. Thank you all for your replies. I figured I may as well add some stuff since I keep seeing it repeated. Yes, I have seen the other parents walk their kids up personally. I only mentioned my daughter seeing them because I thought it was relevant. Reading the policy/visiting the website, at the beginning of the year, they had to sign a piece of paper that asked whether she was going to ride the bus or be picked up, what time school starts, what time they are considered tardy, and what time school lets out. That's it. As for the website, I spent my whole lunch break at work looking through that thing. I found their school policies, in quotations, tab, and nothing about walking your kid up to the building. I even went onto the website for the whole school system for our county. Nothing. I'm parking in the car rider area / blocking other people. I'm not. There is open parking all along the track field beside the school on the main road. That's where I park. I'm going to go in there and blow up like some boomer Karen at Walgreens. I'm not. If anyone did that, it would be my wife. I don't even complain when a restaurant gets my order wrong. And I'm asking if I should fight this wasn't me implying I planned to put on war paint and call the banners. I meant I was going to actually ask what the issue is and find out what's up with the situation firsthand, other than my usual, oh well, it's understandable. Did I call first? Yes. They said someone could discuss it with me tomorrow after drop-off if I'd like. I made this post to ask if I should even bother or just accept it and move on. It's a safety policy? That's a good point. And honestly, it did not cross my mind. It did not occur to me that her and I walking up from the side of the building to the front with my daughter to the sidewalk about 10 yards from the front doors with her Hello Kitty backpack would be unsafe. I feel like that's a little sarcastic. Does her mom walk her up? No, she doesn't do the sad thing with her when she gets out. They spend a lot more time together during the week, so I think they're both glad for the break from each other. Last thing, I really do not care about waiting in line. I'm not in a rush. The only reason this post happened is because my daughter loves. She thinks it's cool and I like making her happy. I work second shift and we don't get to see each other a lot during the week. If any conversation happens at this school about all of this, it will be civil and polite. As I said before, I'm not a screaming Karen. I don't want any animosity at the school. I've met the principals and the teachers and they're nice people. Regardless of how I feel about it though, I'm going to abide by their decision. It's their house, they make the rules, no hard feelings. Dude's real reasonable. Again though, thanks for your replies. I appreciate it, even the mean and negative ones. Try to be less pedantic. Pedantic? I feel like that's a word I know and I'm just blanking. We're moving on though. You'll be happier. Thanks guys, have a good one. Talk comments on post. Go in, drop your daughter off, then stay and ask why your wife got a call when you see other parents walking their kids in. Ask exactly what policy you are violating. I would advise you don't approach the conversation aggressively or with presumption. Likely and hopefully it is all a misunderstanding. Someone else, and these are top comments, so these are the ones that got upvoted the most. It is common for schools to have specific drop-off procedures, whether it be parents staying in their cars in the carpool lane, parents being allowed to come up to the fence, or parents dropping their kids off at a specific door. You wouldn't be wrong to inquire about what the drop-off rules are at your child's school, although I would be surprised if you didn't already have access to this information somewhere, but you would be wrong to make a stink about these policies. Did we read the same story? I feel like we did not read the same thing. But I guess this is happening in time, so it could have been before his first edit. It may be a safety policy that the school has where no parents pass a certain area without a pass, especially at drop-off times when things are chaotic. That way, no unknown adults can get by. It's unfortunate, but it is the times we live in. No, it's something that's always needed to be done. It's more prevalent now because it's more seen now because the internet and video cameras and everything else. That always used to happen. Adults being weird to children was always a thing. It just was, there wasn't cameras everywhere. Really, that's the biggest thing. There not being a camera on every corner. That was the biggest way they were able to get away with those things. Update. This was the next day. Hello, everybody. Short and sweet update for you guys. This morning, I talked with my daughter about the situation and explained that we probably won't be able to do it anymore. She understood. We're brainstorming ideas to make our mornings together more special. I had the meeting with the principal this morning as well. We waited for all the other car riders and buses to disperse, then parked in front of the school and came inside. It was fairly uneventful and very polite and pleasant. He explained that there is no official policy as of right now, but last week during pickup, a student took off running and almost got hit, so they're in the works of implementing it. I don't know about the almost incident because I'm at work by that time and my wife doesn't know because she gets there pretty early to be towards the front of the line. It seems reasonable, and that's that. It was cool while it lasted, though. Like I said earlier, we're thinking of something cool to replace it. I already leave her notes or funny drawings in her on her doodle pad for when she gets home, so we'll think of something. Thank you guys again for your replies. Y'all have a good one. Top comments to that. That doesn't make a lot of sense, though. A kid took off and almost got hit, so wouldn't it make sense that having parents walk their kids to the front door be more responsible? See them go in instead of dropping them off around the corner? Is there a specific drop-off area with teachers? Well, no, it sounds like that wasn't... It was less about drop-off and more about pickup. That was the issue. Let's go back here and reread it. Had a meeting with the principal this morning. We waited all the other cars left. It was fairly uneventful, polite. He explained there was no official policy as of right now. But last week during pickup, a student took off running and almost got hit. So that's the difference. And it's one of those you just got to cover both areas kind of thing. So though there isn't an actual issue with drop off, because there is an issue with pickup and you got to do something there, you also got to do something at the other end. It's real basic stuff that, any business or corporation or public building or anything cover their bases. That's all. So I think this comment was a response to the first comment, and they both got high likes. Probably more about the amount of people coming in and out, not knowing if a student is under a parent's watch or the school's. To be honest, at my kid's school, I see the most dangerous behaviors from students when there's an event where parents are supposed to be managing their own kids on campus. But since they're on campus, they assume staff are managing even when there's info saying they aren't doing that. It gets hectic. I can understand why they would minimize that and the amount of people going in and out of the building. It's just safety. That it is. So this is the last update it looks like, but here's another update. It's 2 days from the original post, 1 day after the last update. So it's 2 days from the original post, second update, one after the first update. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, I didn't expect to make another update, but I just got off the phone with the administrator at the school. I can walk my kid to the door. Apparently, they had the school council meeting and something like that, and a lot of people brought up some of the points you guys did about how it makes no sense and relevancy and whatnot. Also, as some kind of speculated at, it was another parent who also works at the school who complained. The lady I talked to on the phone said she couldn't go into specifics, but the complainer basically said, "I don't like that," and used the almost incident with the kid runner as an excuse. It's my wife's turn to take my daughter tomorrow, but I'm going to take her the rest of the week and walk her up both days. It's not a big deal, but it feels nice to win one. Thanks to all you guys. Have a good one. So yeah, it turned out good. He's able to walk her up to the school. Because though, like I said, it doesn't make sense. There was a pickup issue, so do something at drop-off, but it's just a matter of covering all bases. Since something happened here, we got to cover here. It's real basic. A lot of things like that go in that sense. Comments are pretty much just bringing up reasons of why, like one person asked, you really can't change policy just because one person doesn't like it. Where does it end then? And then it's just a bunch of people explaining why, people don't care. That the people who want that done don't care. They're not looking at it logically. They want what they want done. That's all that matters. Sounds like everything went out well for him. So yeah, it worked out well. He gets to take his daughter to school every day. Good stuff. Not really anything to comment, but comment down below your thoughts. We can have a conversation. I appreciate you clicking on this video. Hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, Try to be kind out there.